Hello there! So 2 weeks ago we made some Grinch minifigures which threatened the very existence of Christmas itself, and I asked you down in the comments to let me know who you think could save Christmas. And considering no one mentioned any other Christmas characters in the comments, I decided to go with Elf. I think it's definitely one of my favourite Christmas movies, though I will probably be saying that about every other Christmas movie except for the Star Wars Holiday Special. There is a reason why you can't watch that anywhere else. It's disturbing, you'll just have to take my word for it. But we've got 3 minifigures currently without their decals because I do want to capture that moment on camera for use in this video. But members will also get an extra look into how these decals are actually created. We're talking about every single line of the decal. So if that interests you, definitely consider becoming a member, helping to support the channel, as well as getting all the instructions, the decals themselves at the higher tier of the members. There are some new elements which we'll take a look at in just a second. Members also get the files for them if they want to print them at home. If you own a 3D printer, definitely look into it because there are some really good elements. And there's also a video which details how and what decals I actually use and how I put them on. So check them out, Members BTS. There is a playlist on the channel that you might be able to view and see all the videos I've already made, and there's plenty coming in the future. But let's take a closer look at these minifigures and the decals that I've designed for them. And the first minifigure I will be showing off is actually Buddy's dad, Walter. As you can see, this minifigure isn't completely finished because what I'll do once these decals have dried is just paint around the sides of the face. What I'd like to do in the future is actually get some of this Lego colored plastic so that it skips that step and I don't actually have to paint most of these minifigures. But the suit does look really cool. It's a shame Lego would probably not make a new suit for this minifigure and would reuse one of their old ones, much like they did for the recent Charles Xavier. But for the hairpiece, all I've done is modified one of those Dooku hair pieces, cut off the front little pointy bit to receive the hairline that much further. And there's really not a lot else to say about this minifigure. Because I'm 3D printing them, they do still move like original Lego minifigures, besides the leg, which are just one element. But I think that's all for Walter here, and we can move on to our second minifigure, Jovi, who is kind of the love interest of Buddy, but she is so much more in the actual movie. If you haven't given it a watch, definitely do. And I've also got a drink refill as well, so I'll be enjoying this whilst the video goes on. The decals for the face, I've actually cut a little bit slimmer, so they were a bit harder to stick on. But you might notice not just the hair hat piece or the combo is unique, but this skirt piece is also a brand new element that I have created. So this is the Lego mini skirt, but extended down to the knees to be a little bit longer, and perhaps printing this in a rubber-like material like TPU would work well for quite a few minifigures. This is what I was saying about the element I thought was over from Friends. It was actually character building that have this style of element for their Friends-like characters, which is very, very interesting. Lego haven't had, as far as I'm aware, anything like this for Friends, considering it would work really, really well and would be a separate piece that could mix and match certain legs to switch up both the shoes and also the skin tones of the minifigure. So I'll definitely be using this where I can in future minifigures. But we've also got the hat and hair combination, which is the typical hairpiece that is used in like a million different female characters. I'm not a fan of it, so I've snapped off, well, I've actually just cut off and designed a brand new piece on the computer. So no plastic was wasted in these minifigures, but the longer bit that comes down the front and stops the hair from being able to tilt to the side. And I've done the same with the back and tried to shorten it, and then added a Santa hat on top, which has been recolored green with that golden little bell to represent the elf hat that Jovi wears in the Elf movie. And I think it's actually come along pretty nice. As you saw, there are dual faces on all of these minifigures. As I haven't let these faces dry, I don't think I'll be able to show you them in their entirety, but both are available to download and print on the members Discord. Before we get to Buddy the Elf, I did try to print a head elf minifigure for Buddy's like adoptive father, but I ran out of filament on the legs, so we only have this torso here. Thankfully, Christmas is coming up, and I'm going to be ordering a lot more for custom minifigures in 2025. And you've already waited this far, I might as well show you the display. Simple Lego logo with the elf logo next to it. I was going to get another image of Buddy, but thought as we've got the minifigure, I might as well use the logo that everyone's going to recognize from Elf the movie, the official one at that, like we have for all of our other minifigures as well. And you'll notice that there's only 4 studs on the top because we will be connecting our minifigures in yet another brand new way using this display piece, and stick to the end to see the complete minifigures on their display. Last but not least, we have the man, the elf, the legend, Buddy, who we really couldn't have this video without including Buddy the elf. It is his movie, and he is the chosen one for the sake of the last 2 Mouldie makes that will save Christmas from the hands of the Grinch. We've got the torso decorated like the jacket, the bright yellow leggings, which would definitely brighten my wardrobe, black boots, which you would have also seen on the last minifigure, and again, the dual-sided face. But both of the last hair pieces have combined a regular hairpiece with a Santa-themed one. This is the head of an elf minifigure, and I've chopped off the bottom bit where the ears would poke out because, of course, Buddy does not have any of those stereotypical elf ears, and I think it works really well. The hairpiece I used is the hairpiece for, I think, Bilbo Baggins, as well as many, many other minifigures. Pretty common hairpieces here, but a really nice combination that I hope to see a lot more in Lego going forward. They've done it for a load of other hairpieces and even hoods with the hair coming out from underneath, and a load of the beanies, especially recently towards Christmas, and I think they come out with a few last year. We've only got 1 elf hat with a hairpiece, and they are the 2 long braids at the back, the CMF hairpiece, which we haven't seen return. So I would like to see a few more of these, but now let's get them on the elf display. Let me know what your favorite design is down in the comments. It doesn't have to be your favorite character, but especially with the 2 new hair hat combinations and the brand new hair element, let me know if you're thinking of any other characters that can use these brand new pieces. After all, Lego wouldn't make something specifically for a character unless it was part of some CMF line. And I do realise this is the 7th set of minifigures we've made, which might not be the nicest number to leave it. I definitely would prefer at least multiple of 3, considering there are 3 minifigures, or maybe even a multiple of 5 to round it off. However, this will not be the last non-Star Wars minifigures that we make on the channel. They're mostly going to be Star Wars in the new year, so be sure to subscribe if you do want to stick around for that. But there are some other movies and other themes I would like to make some custom minifigures for. So, like I say, Mouldie Makes is going to stay non-Star Wars, and I'll have another playlist for these Star Wars figures. But if you are subscribed and want to check out some of the other minifigures I have made, check out the top playlist. And for you members, check out the bottom playlist where you'll find behind the scenes of not just these processes, but also everything else on the channel. And there will be plenty more of both of those videos in the new year. So I hope you do choose to stick around. Don't forget to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy, and may the bricks be with you always.